Hello everyone, it's great to be here with you this evening. I want you to take a moment and think about communities in your life. Your family, friends, classmates, mentors, and even those who you connect with online. These communities, whether in person or through a digital screen, shape our experiences. In today's interconnected world, building and engaging with communities is not just possible, it is essential. Today, I want to talk about the role of communities in the digital age. Specifically, what community means when so much of our interactions take place online. What can or how can digital communities transform our lives for the better? And where do they fall short sometimes? I guess I forgot my thing. So. So, in the past, communities were defined geographically. You know your friends, your family in person. But now, with technology, you can connect with anyone, anywhere, at any time. And this brings us to our theme in the net. It's more than digital connections. It's the intricate web of human and technological connections that shape our world. Just like our brain connects neurons to think and innovate, our networks expand ideas, drive growth, and deepen support. A study conducted by the University of Michigan found that people who engage in online mental health support groups report less stress and more resilience. Imagine the impact on those who struggle with anxiety, finding a place where they're understood. It's transformative. These digital communities offer comfort, knowledge, and support and empowerment. When we talk about, when we talk about digital communities or communities in general, we cannot forget the profound impact on mental health. Social isolation has been shown to increase stress and other mental health challenges like anxiety and depression. But the connections that we make boost our resilience and reduce the ever-present feeling of loneliness. Many of you have had your own success stories and proud moments as international students in Korea by taking part or building supportive online communities. So let me share my personal story with you. When I first came to Korea, it felt like I had stepped into a whole new world. The language, the culture, the way of doing business or things, it all felt unfamiliar and overwhelming. I remember struggling with basic things like reading signs or even understanding the web design. Small tasks like navigating my way through the city or filling out forms, they were all becoming sources of anxiety. There were times where I felt extremely lonely and even a bit isolated, thinking, did I make the right decision to come here? I knew I needed support, so I started looking for communities that can help me find my footing, especially in the business world. So I joined many platforms that offered or promised connections But I realized soon after that that many of them did not offer the meaningful connections that I was looking for. My struggles did not disappear. Actually, they started piling up. And the more my struggles were growing, the more my sense of isolation was growing as well. But here's the turning point. I realized if I couldn't find the community that I needed, I would build it myself. In the net, I started small by bringing together people who shared my values, who understood the same struggles that I was going through. We connected over shared experiences as foreigners trying to navigate this unfamiliar business landscape in Korea. We started simple, sharing tips, resources, and encouragements. And what started as a small group grew organically. And soon it wasn't only about me anymore. It was about all of us lifting each other up. In that moment, I realized that when we build genuine, valuable, supportive communities, we don't only solve our own problems, but we unlock the potential for everybody involved. It's like weaving a net of connections that catches us when we fall and propels us forward when we need a push. The community that we built became a lifeline, not just for me, but for countless others who needed support. It taught me that true community is not only about joining, it's about belonging. It's about creating a space where we're seen, heard, supported no matter where we come from or what struggles we face. By building a community rooted in value, I did not only find a solution to my problems, but I transformed isolation into empowerment and turned a lonely journey into a collective story of success and growth and resilience. So when we talk about digital communities, they have a great potential, but also they have some challenges that we need to recognize. For example, spending too much time online can actually make us feel more isolated. A study by the University of Pennsylvania found that people who spend more than 2 hours a day on social media are twice as likely to feel lonely. It's called the paradox of connections. We're more digitally connected than ever, yet we still feel disconnected. Anonymity online can also lead to harmful behavior. A Pew Research Center survey found that 41% of Americans has experienced online harassment. For young people, cyberbullying can lead to mental health issues and self-esteem issues as well. Let's not forget about echo chambers. It's easy to get trapped into spaces where everybody shares the same perspectives and opinions, but that will prevent us from getting exposed to diverse perspectives. A research by MIT found that false information spreads 6 times faster than the truth in those echo chambers, creating an environment of division and distrust. Thankfully, technology has stepped in very powerful ways. Artificial intelligence is now being used to identify harmful content, moderate communities and spaces online, and also detect cyberbullying in lifetime, or real life, sorry. So many platforms are using AI now to block harmful content, fostering more safe spaces. And more impressively, AI can go beyond that. It can detect patterns, identifying users who may be struggling, offering mental health support and resources as well. We see how technology can actually be part of the solution, fostering safe environments, more inclusive, and making them more supportive. So, how do we engage with digital communities in ways that uplift us rather than making us feel lonely and having opposite effect? So I have a few thoughts. Let me share them with you. The first, be intentional. Join communities that resonate with you. Those that are positive, purposeful, and aligned with your values. 2, give back. Healthy communities depend on people who give as much as they take. Share insights, offer support, and congratulate people for their success. The third one is embrace diverse perspectives. It's easy to stick to what's familiar, but getting outside of our comfort zone and engaging with different perspectives and viewpoints will strengthen our what? will strengthen our understanding and empathy. That's all I had. Thank you.